Hey guys, today's video is on how more thought makes us more separate from ourselves and separate from other people. Um, and the way to explain that more is with examples. So, one example I have of how it would separate you from yourself would be is if you think a certain way about yourself. Let's just say you've tried something in the past, like I'm just going to throw it out there, singing or cooking or whatever it may be. And the first time you didn't do it right. So therefore you are telling yourself, I can't do this. And if you say you can't do it, then you're never going to try again. So that's one example of how your thinking separates you from who you can be. And how it would separate you from other people, people you love, maybe, people you haven't even met yet, is because over time you create this ego about yourself, which I've talked about before. And you might say that I don't like these types of people. And if you don't like certain types of people, then if you run into someone and the first thing they say is something that relates to what you don't like about people, you're never going to give them a chance. And therefore, you might not ever get to know that person. Not saying that you want to get to know that person, but you never know what could come from a relationship with somebody. The more thought we have, it's better to take that thought, any thought we have, it's better to look at it and say, okay, well, why am I thinking this way? Am I thinking that I don't like this person because of somebody else that they remind me of? Because they're not that person. And if that's the case, then it's better to give them a chance than not to. And if you're not doing something for yourself because of something you've done in the past and not accomplished the first time correctly, then you're just going to tell yourself again, well, I can't do that. So for me, like, I tried to get sober a few times and I couldn't get sober. And I just kept telling myself, well, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I told myself AA is not going to work. Now I look back and I'm like, well, it's not the AA that wasn't working. It was me thinking that it wasn't going to work that wasn't working. You know, you can't tell yourself you won't do something because then we limit ourselves into not doing something. I, on the other hand, have had a business in construction and I worked through that for years. I did construction for about 10 years straight. And I thought that I couldn't do anything else out there. I've never done anything besides that. And I cooked once or twice for a restaurant, but I didn't have a background and I didn't have stuff in that. So I always told myself, like, I have to go back to construction until I learned this way of thinking. And I said to myself, no, I don't have to go back to construction. I can do whatever I want. I just need to put my mind to it, which is very true. You put your mind to something, you can get it done. The only thing standing in the way of us separating ourselves from anything or anybody or ourselves is a single thought. So I just thought I'd make a video on that. I'm gonna let that marinate a little bit, see how it makes you guys feel. But yeah, it's simply a thought. And if you think you can't do something, you're not going to try to do it. So it's always important to get yourself out there. And if your heart is desired in something and you love something, go for it. Try it. Don't say and give up because your thinking is getting in the way right from the start. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.